But since I served as ambassador to South Africa for 6 years, from 2001 to 2007, that happened to be the time of launching Kimberley process. I personally attended quite a few seminars and conferences on behalf of my government and to work on that certificates to control bloody diamonds or things like that. During the Forecast Summit, President Liu Guijin announced 8 concrete measures of enhancing China-Africa cooperation. And we promised to double the ODO, the official assistance, development assistance. I just try to borrow the term because the Chinese government has never called ourselves a donor because we are not part of the Paris Club. We are not the OECD countries. Our way of doing things there in Africa is kind of what we call the poor helping the poor. It's within a kind of South-South cooperation. But anyhow, for official development assistance, I borrowed the term. We doubled that figure within 3 years, and we promised $5 billion of soft loan, and we promised to open our door wider to make tariff-free arrangement for least developed African countries and for highly indebted poverty African countries, and to cancel their debts owed to China, the debts of the soft loan, interest-free loan by Chinese government, and of set up 10 agricultural technology demonstration centers and dispatch over 100 agricultural experts to African countries, and to build 50 rural schools, 30 rural hospitals, and all sorts of commitment. And within 3 years, we have fulfilled almost 100% what we committed. And in November last year in Shanghai, Prime Minister Wen Jiabao made another pledge, what we call the new 8 concrete measures. The major contents is that we are going to commit $10 billion soft loan. We are going to set up $1 billion special fund to support MSEs in Africa, small and medium enterprises. We are going to build another, 20 agricultural technology demonstration center, and we are going to abolish debts owed to China, which were going to mature before the end of last year. And we are going to build 100 environmental friendly, we mean clean energy projects in Africa. We are going to establish the partnership with African countries on climate change. We are going to launch joint partnership of scientific research with Africa, and also to provide equipment and machineries to hospitals the Chinese companies built. And we commit to encourage the Chinese corporations and Chinese enterprises to abide by the principle contained in the global compact, and encourage more and more Chinese companies to join that global compact. Up to now, there are over 200 Chinese companies, they are big companies, have already joined the global compact, which means that more and more Chinese companies are willing to commit themselves to the corporate social responsibility. And we, as the speaker just mentioned, that China is highly polluted. And we will not allow our companies to pollute Africa again. That is not the government's, what the government think. And our priority in the future would be agricultural development and poverty reduction. So that's why the Chinese government is more than willing to enjoy and to share our experiences in rural development, in agricultural development, in poverty reduction and poverty alleviation. And that's why we trained, well, in the past 3 years or so, 15,000 different professionals from Africa to train them with very, practical technologies, the greenhouse, what we call the greenhouse technology to grow vegetables, and agricultural technology, and even including the special economic zones. We invite African countries in groups, some of them from Francophone African countries, or Anglophone African countries, or Portuguese and Spanish-speaking African countries, group by group, and take them to go to visit special economic zones, to China's rural sites, to different places, and try to expose to them what China are doing, how China make it success in poverty reduction, in starting small business, in lay down basic infrastructure, in trying to abstract foreign direct investments. So that's what we are doing. And in the next 3 years, we are going to train more. And we are going to send 50 agricultural teams from China to Africa countries. And we are going to use that Africa-China Development Fund, which is to the sum of $5 billion US, to build more environmental friendly and small and practical projects which will directly serve the daily life of the African people. But